Located on the North Island Central Plateau, Ohakuni has long been known as one of the country's top ski resort towns. With Mount Ruapehu towering over the town, it's a winter haven for skiers and snowboarders alike. The town is a focal point for tourists from New Zealand and abroad. However, a short drive out of the township will take you to Waimarino Golf Club. And while the country course is not as well known as the mountain, it's got plenty of history in the region.
It was purchased for the princely sum of £1,500 in 1926, and then was added to. It was originally just a 9-hole course and then 12-hole course. Then it was added to after that. In the 80s and 90s, a lot of country clubs' memberships have dropped dramatically. So that's what we're about now at the club, is trying to reintroduce the game to youth and encourage more ex-players to take up the game again.
Previously, the course was all but unknown to out-of-towners. However, those that have come across it have found it hard to leave.
I actually came riding through here on my motorbike one afternoon and just fell in love with the place. Came down half a dozen times later after that and decided that I think I'm more of a country guy than a beach guy, and brought a house down here. We got people coming to this region, mountain biking and then coming to the golf course, and we're seeing a lot of golfers that have come off the mountain for a morning ski, come down, had a round of golf in the afternoon.
Looking for a way to promote the club to fellow visitors, Glenn established the Ruapehu Open in 2011. A field of 72 golfers gathered for this year's event.
This added to the calendar now has really put us on the map. So hopefully going forward, this is going to be one of the big events, and it's going to grow, and maybe into something in the future could possibly be a Pro-Am.
This year's edition of the Ruapehu Open got underway with a ceremonial tee shot from 83-year-old member Derek Brown, before an elephant gun replaced the traditional shotgun start. One of the more well-known competitors is comedian Mike King, another Aucklander to frequent Waimarino.
I've been a member here at Waimarino now for 2 years. People at the Grange say, how come you're not a member here? I said, I can think of 1,200 reasons I'm not a member of your club. Here, 160 reasons. Fantastic club. This hole here is it's a par 5 in a GM here. This hole here's a par 4. Par 4, 388 metres, I believe. It's my favourite hole. Usually I eagle this one.
Yeah, so this golf course doesn't have a lot of danger in relation to sand bunkers and water hazards. It's got a few. You know, we've got some very tight fairways. We've got some acute bends that you've got to get around to reach the greens. We've got some overhanging trees that can, windy days like this, can cause you a real headache. So that, along with the fantastic views of the mountain that you get, you know, this is a fantastic place to come and have some fun.
Keeping it straight down the fairways is key to the success on this course. We don't have super wide fairways, and we do have a lot of rough. So that's created a link-style environment and a tree-lined course. So we've got the worst of both worlds, if you like.
And that's how you play the 12th at Waimarino.
Like all country clubs, finances are tight, and with only one part-time greenkeeper, Carl himself has to open his Ohakuni Cafe at 5:30 a.m. before getting on the mower at Waimarino.
The volunteers are a must. Without the volunteers, we can't maintain the course. So the course you see today is the result of that, and hopefully now we can maintain it.
I've been a member about 5 years, but I've been working on the course for the last couple of years, on and off. What I think's unique about this is that it's a really great layout. A lot of the country courses you'll come across are quite short layouts or pretty simple, sort of, but what we're trying to do is get back to that original layout, put the creeks back, put some of the bunkers back that they took out because the sheep were making a mess of them. Third hole, 152 metres. It's out of bounds on the left and a couple of bunkers on the left and some mounds on the right. From the championship tees, it can be as much as a 4-iron if we're into the wind, but today we're playing a shorter tee, so downwind a little bit. I'm going to 9-iron, see what happens. Not too bad. Best shot of the day. We've gone to timber facing on the bunkers to keep the maintenance down because we don't have a lot of labour, and it gives it quite a nice sort of rustic effect. It's a really nice hole, very picturesque.
Chris works within the tight budget by turning a course feature into an innovative way of saving the club up to $20,000 a year.
We've stopped mowing a lot of areas on the course that we consider to be out of play. There's considerable saving for the golf club not to maintain these areas. And we're not just not maintaining them, we're shaping them, we're making them look like they're an intended part of the design of the mowing landscape. We've built championship tees on nearly every hole. On a few holes, Where there wasn't room, we've built a members tee further forward instead, so that we're creating separation between all the courses.
From the toilets to the tee box, everything at Waimarino Golf Club has a country feel.
Oh, you're going with the lady stick?
I got the lady stick. I've got a little bit of local knowledge. Yeah, there's a big open gap up there and there's a big solid breeze going to come through. I'm going to put it up over the top of those trees on the left. It's going to land probably about 2 feet from the pin.
I was thinking about doing the same thing with my pitching wedge. Just where I want it to be. See those trees? Perfect layout.
Fifth hole. Dog leg left, out of bounds all the way down the left-hand side. There's a lot of ways of playing it. George hit a 3-wood, Spud hit a 2-iron. I'm going to hit a driver because the wind's helping to take it around the corner today. It's a lovely little hole. Green's tucked right in by the trees down the far end there. It's only a drive and a wedge, but you've got to be straight or get that draw on it. There you go. Out of bounds. Okay, I'm going to try and play a knockdown shot, keep it under the wind, get it up to the back pin position. Not quite enough. And I've got about a 15-foot putt. It goes uphill, then downhill, a little bit right to left. It's a quiet course to come and have a game at, especially midweek or something. You can come down here and it's like you own it. Okay, par 4.
While it may not be on the same scale as Augusta National, the Ruapehu Open has its own twist on the Masters tradition, with the tournament winner presented with a green ski jacket.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hidden gem. I think it's always been fantastic out here, but we've kind of kept it to ourselves, I guess, and now we're trying to put it out there a bit more.
Being a tourist town, we've attracted people to the area. In some ways, we're a mini Queenstown, and that brings us into that resort type situation. And we've got a lot of members who aren't resident here because they own properties here or they visit on a regular basis through the winter.
We should be able to incorporate the mountain with the golf club. We don't want to take anything away from the mountain. That is Ruapehu. You know, that's such a beautiful place. But this course would have to be one of the most beautiful courses in the country.
You can come here any time, any day of the week, and get a tee off at any time. That's the beauty of it. It's a country course. It's not inundated. You don't have to book a tee time. So you can come down here and visit the golf club here, put your money in the envelope, please, and then play your round of golf at any time.